Okay, so we'll start with the basics. We're going to build a £100 UK dividend portfolio with 5 starting stocks. This will evolve over time as more money is put into it, and my decision making will change as things progress. But I've already picked out my top 5 companies that will be joining the portfolio from the beginning. And creating one is pretty simple. You just go over, create pie, and we can get started. So first one joining my group, one that I really like, DS Smith. They are a cardboard manufacturer and recycler, so quite a cool company. We'll add them in. Currently trading at a price of £2.81, and they're up 3% today. Now, next joining us is Airtel Africa. Many long-term viewers of the channel will know that I've always had a soft spot for AAF here. They own telecoms across Africa, really large growing market, and they're currently trading at £1.05. A little down over the last few months. Next up, we've got a heavy hitter, Legal and General, trading at £2.44, down 3% today. And then we have Pets at Home, a very unique one. I wanted a company in the portfolio that the online market wouldn't encroach on, because you've got to take your dog or pet to, the vets, to the groomers, to get supplies and all. And Pets at Home is just really, really good at that. So we'll throw them in again, trading at £2.82. And the fifth stock joining the portfolio is the Dividend Group, a construction company that is UK based, of course, and are across quite a few industries, from aggregates to cement. And the fifth stock joining us is the Dividend Group, a essential construction materials company, which has been not only having a growing dividend, but a really awesome in terms of financials. So we definitely will be looking deeper into them. So let's get them added to the pie. So these are our 5 starting companies. And if I were to invest at an exact 20% to each of them, the annual return at the moment is 9.67% over 5 years. That's good, but again, things are going to evolve. So let's call it the UK Dividend Portfolio, if I can still spell portfolio. There we go. Let's get right into it. Auto invest is an option if you want and trading 212. For me personally, I like full control over it, so we'll be doing manual investing. Invest now. Let's go now. I could put £100 straight into it. It'll divide it up 20% a piece. We did do it by targets. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the £100 and get like a round number of all their stocks. And since we know we can roughly spend £20 per company that we're going to invest in, I can get 7 shares of Pets at Home. I love doing this, not gonna lie. It's one of my favorite parts of investing, is just manually going in and clicking buy. Some people automate it, and that's totally fair. It's all up to yourself and your own investing style. So we'll jump over to Dividend Group here, and I'll show you how to actually import them into a pie if you buy them and trade in 212 outside of the pie. It's pretty simple as well. So if we move this up, that's 6, just barely puts us, so we're going to go with 5. I could get the 6, but I just want to prove the point that we're going to spend wisely, and you'll see what percentages this all works out to by the end. Next up, of course, we've got AAF. Let's throw in Airtel Africa. We should approximately get, I would say, 19 shares if my math is correct. And this one, no, just barely below. So we'll take the 18. That's no problem. We can buy a few more later on, and then we're going to pick up some DS Smith. We should get a few shares of this as well. Let's see if we put in 7, more or less, we get that. Nice. There is wee stamp duty, reserve tax, but commission-free trading can't really be bad to that. Plus, we can also get that the orders are being executed, thankfully. These are highly traded, the volumes that these stocks are traded at is quite high, so really it's quite easy to buy and sell of mainly FTSE 250 and 100 shares in this portfolio. Last but certainly not least is Legal and General. So let's see, we should be able to get, let's see, 8 shares. That's not too bad at all. There we go. We'll send in the buy order, and again, it should be a relatively fast one for it to pop up to the side here. And in terms of notifications, we can see, boom, we've got all our shares, and there we go, every single one of them. Okay, so we've bought all of our stocks and we want to import it into our pie since we manually bought them. As easy as it can be, go straight into the pie, boom, onto the holding screen, and right here at the bottom left, you can import or export investments. Either way, we'll click 1, 2, grab DS Smith, we'll grab Legal and General and Pets at Home. We'll add all of them, and we should see what the portfolio comes out to. A value of £95, so just short of the £100, so we're a few pound down, but that's okay. We can save up for next week when we add a wee bit more to it. This will be a wee weekly series, just throwing in as we go along, and I'll be talking the way through it all. It'll be a great experience. Now, let's have we talk about the portfolio itself. So we can see the value, how much is invested, cash, and the return. Then we go on down to dividends, how much we have in cash and how much we've reinvested, both of which, of course, is zero. And the total, again, still zero. You'll want to leave your dividends, well, if you want, you can have the dividends reinvested into the portfolio. If you don't want that, you can turn it off and the income will just go to your overall, it will just be added to the account's free funds and you can do with it as you please. I like to leave it on because I like to sort of track this, but we will be tracking it on a separate website, Dividend Watch here. So we'll set a wee investment goal of, I wish. Well, you can only really save 20,000 tax-free into the ISA anyway, but we're not aiming for 20,000 this year. That would be a brilliant thing. Currently, our goal is going to be £1,000. Now, when do we achieve that? Hopefully in the next couple of months. So we'll throw that in. This is me just showing you, if I was starting again at £100, which I currently am for this one. So this will be good. I can share the pie if anyone is interested in seeing the holdings again. None of this, of course, is financial advice, so please don't fully copy this, as I have to say that because I won't be responsible for any of your investing decisions because stocks may go up and they may go down. But yes, we'll be keeping a close eye on this. You can see in terms of distribution, Breeding is slightly less. Probably could have bought a few more shares there to round it up. But it's actually coming up on 4:30. So the market's about to close because the FTSE's only open till 4:30. 4:30 GMT UK time. So yeah, got to factor that in. And again, the auto invest is an option if anyone is interested in that there. So in order to give some colorful illustrations of both the industries and stocks that I'm invested in here, I'm going to use Simply Wall Street. I'll be using their unlimited plan. Their free plan, however, still gives you 5 company reports per month, a portfolio and 5 holdings, which is still pretty awesome, as well as a watch list. Premium upgrades a lot of that, and unlimited, of course, well, it's in the name. They do support a lot of syncing with brokerages. Unfortunately, Trading 212 hasn't made that list yet, but I hope in the future it changes. Nothing like a bit of manual work though. So let's start adding in all our transactions. And just like that, we can see our entire portfolio, currently with an estimated dividend of £5.08 per year. Not too bad when it comes to the snowflake. It seems relatively good value, relatively good dividend, and relatively good health. These are the 3 things I really love to see. Future and past scores when it comes to the snowflake analysis, you can take or leave it at times. It just depends on the industry and company. And by using this portfolio, we can get a wee accurate update on all of these companies. I'll be doing individual videos on all of them in the coming weeks. That's all for this episode. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.